the truth.
I'm surviving on top of the line!
Hi, I'm Pastor Marty. Welcome to the Afternoon Drive. Please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Once you are, smack the bell, click the word all. That will give you notification of my rants, my ravings, my undeniably flawless reasonings. Hey, please like and share this video. That's the way that we get the word out that we're here. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of the Afternoon Drive. Okay, this video is really meant for someone within the inner circle of President Trump that he listens to, that has influence. You can claim this insight as your own. I don't care. What is important is that President Trump gets this information. There's two basic things that Donald Trump needs to do moving forward over these next 90 plus days against Kamala Harris. Number one, stay on message. Absolutely stay on message. Don't get sidetracked with side issues. Stay on message, because what little honeymoon that Kamala is enjoying here is because most people, they know the name, they know they've seen the face, they know she's like the vice president, but they really don't know her. They don't know what she's about. But what they do know is this: the economy is broken, and they're feeling it every time they go to the supermarket, every time they buy gas, anytime they want to do something like take a vacation or even try to get a mortgage to buy a house for the very first time. They understand that this economy is broken, and the Biden Build Back Better economy, for the most part, they understand that's why things don't work right now, which is why they are glad that Biden is no longer on the ticket. What you need to do, Mr. Trump, is make sure that they understand Kamala is part of that. You've got to stay on message with the economy. You've got to stay on message with the borders. She was the border czar, no matter how much they try to create revisionist history around that subject matter. And so people who are feeling the effects of what these open borders, what it's done to their cities, what it's done to their communities, what it's done to family members and loved ones around them, you've got to keep hitting this over and over and over. Stay on message. Stay on message about the fact that the Middle East is about to erupt into World War III. The Russian-Ukraine war, which is going on and on and on, and now Russia is getting chummy with Iran. All of this has happened on the Joe Biden / Kamala Harris administration. And watch. The people saw Joe Biden's meltdown during the debate. They understand that he is mentally not there, that he is not up to the job of being president, that there is a cognitive issue. They need to understand Kamala knew it too, and she said nothing, she did nothing. You've got to absolutely stay on message, and you've got to as far as all of the social issue stuff that Kamala will try to raise, let me give you a little buzzword or a little buzz phrase, because I know you love these. Let's make America normal again. It's not about can an adult decide whether or not they're a male or a female. It's about we don't want this decision being made for children and giving them medications and medical procedures that will literally alter their lives forever. And if they ever change their mind, it's too big of an oops and an accident to go back and get a redo on. Now that's on one issue. You know, she's going to try to hit you on something like abortion over the whole concept of, women's reproductive rights. All you have to do is simply retort, that's great coming from a woman who leads a party that can't even define what a woman is. Stay on message, keep it simple, keep it succinct, and just sell to the American people the concept, we just want to make America normal again. We want you to be able to grow up. We want you to be able to raise your families and to go to work and enjoy your life and come home and basically just be left alone and not worrying about what new nut regulation is coming down that, you can only have a solar powered weed eater for your backyard. You can, you can't buy steak because flatulating cows are killing the planet. We want to make America normal again. Stay on message. Stay on offense. Absolutely. Stay on offense. You had a phenomenal Republican convention. I mean, it was absolutely outstanding. The week before, having been shot, and then that night you walked in for the first time, and literally it was obvious that you were emotionally overcome in the moment. You had some A-list people up there. I mean, in my opinion, Hulk Hogan stole the show. But you had some phenomenal speakers, some phenomenal speeches were given. It was moving, it was powerful. You had Gold Star families up there. You had families that lost loved ones to crime from illegal aliens. I mean, it was a fantastic, well-produced event. And the Democrats know that. And you would have gotten a significant bounce had you been allowed to. But the iconic moment of the fist in the air and fight right into the Republican convention then got blunted immediately with Biden quitting and appointing Kamala Harris. You've got to get back on offense and recapture what people were feeling during that Republican convention. And you can do that with ads all over the TV, all over online, some basic ad themes that you can go with. Have families who had a loved one killed as the result of an illegal alien being here that wasn't supposed to be here. And as they're sharing their story, make sure that in that same ad, you keep referring to Kamala as the border czar. And don't play clips of Republicans calling her the border czar. Play the clips where CNN and MSNBC and other mainstream media outlets, they called her the border czar. You got to run ads with Kamala praising Joe Biden's economy and make sure that in the minds of the American people, it gets solidified to them that she was just as much a part of it. And run ads of that fateful day in Butler, Pennsylvania. Yes, shamelessly run ads with your fist in the air, fight, fight, fight. And I would even dub in the sound from the Republican convention of everyone there saying, fight, 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 America. We're fighting for you. I mean, this is powerful stuff. It grabs people's emotions and it reminds them, oh yeah, under Donald Trump, the economy worked. Oh yeah, this man was almost assassinated. Oh yeah, this really is a fight, and we can't simply let Kamala, who would simply be Joe Biden 2.0, carry on. He broke everything. She has no clue how to fix it. Let's get the guy in there that can do that. And then I would do this. I would lean into weird. We know that Tom Walls apparently is the guy that created that. They could no longer call you dangerous. Notice all that rhetoric is gone because they don't want to be accused of inciting another assassination attempt. So now you're just weird. You and JD Vance, you guys are just weird. Yeah, you know what? Donald Trump, nobody is a better master at flipping the script than you. It was the media, the legacy media that first coined the term fake news. And they were referring to platforms like YouTube and this type of alternative media as quote unquote fake news. You flipped it. You started referring to them as fake news to the point where the legacy media that created the phrase to begin with didn't want the phrase used anymore. Stop saying fake news. Stop saying fake news. Stop saying fake news. They created it. You flipped it back on them. So flip weird back on them. Say, you know what? We are weird. JD and I, you know what? We are weird. See, we want America to be strong. We want us to be energy independent and a world leader, and we want to make sure that we manufacture everything here in the United States, especially things like our medications, and especially things like our communications, like computers and cell phones. We want all that manufactured here. On the other hand, our opponents, they want all that manufactured in countries that are literally teetering on the brink of literally being our enemies. and wanting nothing but the destruction and the decline and the demoralization of this country. That's where they want to send all of our business. That's who they want to be strong. If that's what they call normal, I'll be weird. You got to lean into that. Lean into it for families. You know, we want American families to be successful. We want you to be able to, if you want to, own your own business, own your own home, and be independent and self-reliant and achieve the success that your hard work and drive will take you to. Our opponents, on the other hand, want you completely dependent on the government. You can't do anything for yourself, and you just wait for their handout. If that's what they call normal, I'll take weird. Lean into that. And then, Mr. President, if I may, let me give you a couple things to handle Kamala going forward. Number one, get her out in public. Get her out in public. She is trying to do the whole Joe Biden 2020 thing. Remember hiding Biden? Well, she's trying to be, hiding Kamala. And the reason they're keeping her under wraps is she's awkward. Every time she opens her mouth off teleprompter, she says something incredibly stupid and cringy. And even black people and liberals look at and listen to things that she says. So what is she talking about? So you've got to mock her, and you're good at this. You've got to mock her and shame her into coming out into public. It's probably a good thing that Kamala's not having press conferences. She's not up to it anyway. She can't handle it. She can't do it. She hasn't got the ability. I mean, just mock and mock. Force her out into the public, because that's when she shows her face that she will, get awkward. So, number one, force her out into public. Number two, anchor her to Biden. And I've already said this. Anchor her on the economy. Anchor her on the borders. Anchor her on World War III. And then finally, expose her. Expose her. And I don't just mean her record. It's interesting that her presidential website is basically a place to go buy Kamala merch, but there's not one policy listed there. So you got to expose her on what she actually believes and what she'll do. And of course, by not posting anything, you see, she's hoping to be this blank sheet of paper that people can feel comfortable in voting for. So, Mr. President, the brilliance here for you can put anything you want on that blank sheet of paper. You can make her as radical as you want. Get her on record. But you got to get her out there, because I'm telling you, when she opens her mouth, it's not good.
It is a plan. It is a plan to weaken America's middle class. Project 2025, if he is elected.
You can tell she's uncomfortable. You can tell she has no idea what to do. Her campaign has done a great job of keeping her on a tight leash, on a short leash. And now that she doesn't have a cue written on her teleprompter, she's just, a fish out of water. And you can see the anger bubbling up inside of her, just trying to find a way to escape. And I think we're seeing cracks of her nice motherly facade. And she really snaps at these protesters, lets them have it. And it is not a good look for her.
All good. It's all good. I'm here because we believe in democracy. Everyone's voice matters, but I am speaking now. And he intends to end the Affordable Care Act. You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking. Because as the saying goes, if you've got something to say it to my face.
Girl, bye. You trying so hard to be black. When did you start talking like this? If you got something to say, then say it to my face. Kamala. Stop trying so hard to pander to black people.
And when you get her with that laugh, and some people think we're mocking the laugh. We're not so much mocking the laugh as what the laugh represents. It represents the fact that she is a sociopath. She really does not know human emotion and feeling. So she tends to laugh at the wrong time, at the wrong things, like pictures of kids having been droned and body parts everywhere. And she gets shown that and she just laughs. What? You know, she laughs about when she was a district attorney and she arrested and incarcerated parents whose kids were truant from school. And she laughed about that. She's a sociopath and she's a psychopath. And expose her. Okay, Mr. President, we are poised for big victory here in 2024. Don't let the media and Kamala gaslight the American people. Stay on message. Stay on offense.